Welcome to another official observation. In the law enforcement community, we prioritize ground truth, the reality of a situation as it exists in the field, stripped of the polish added by press offices and political spin. Today, we are applying that lens to the UK's border architecture. Specifically, we're looking at the Home Office, not as a political entity, but as a functional machine. From an operational standpoint, a machine is only as good as its output. And right now, the output is failure. Public order and the 2025 data. Let's look at the operational reality. Throughout 2025, the number of illegal small boat crossings between France and England reached levels that can no longer be dismissed as fluctuations. This is a sustained breach of the perimeter. But the failure isn't just at the coastline. It's reflected in the domestic stability of the UK. We saw the Southport riots of 2024, and we continue to see persistent public order friction at migrant hotels across the country. The official observation here is simple. Public order is inextricably linked to the perception of state competence. If the public believed that illegal entrants and foreign national offenders, or FNOs, were being handled with robust, transparent efficiency, the impetus for civil unrest would vanish. People take to the streets when they believe the gatekeepers have walked off the job. The legislative myth. We've seen successive governments, both Labour and Conservative, attempt to legislate their way out of this. The Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Act 2025 is the latest example. It creates new offences and aims to curtail the channel crossings with fresh legal powers. However, in the world of law enforcement and national security, we know that a new tool is useless if the operator doesn't know how to use it. This is a crisis of competence, not a lack of law. You can draft the most draconian legislation in history, but if the state structure overseen by the Home Office lacks the institutional will to execute, it's just ink on paper. We are witnessing a systemic inability to convert policy into action. The radical shake-up, decentralization. So, what is the fix? From a law enforcement perspective, the Home Office has become too large to succeed. It has lost the ability to define what good performance actually looks like. The solution is a radical decoupling. Borders, immigration and FNO management need to be spun off into a standalone department. This entity must be overseen by a cabinet minister who serves at the absolute discretion of the Prime Minister, with one clear mandate: operational results. The goal is to isolate these critical functions from the established Whitehall culture. We need to move away from the bureaucratic inertia and the overly cautious, policy-heavy behaviours that currently prioritise process over the mission. The mission is simple: protect the public from dangerous foreign nationals and secure the border. Indicators of a competent system. How do we measure success? Competence has very specific indicators. First, removal of high-threat targets. Dangerous FNOs, terrorists, murderers and rapists must be removed from the UK regardless of 11th-hour injunctions. The Home Office has lost a fundamental truth. When it comes to public safety, it is better to ask for forgiveness than permission. If the government is sued for removing a threat, pay the fine. It is a small price to pay to ensure that a dangerous individual is never seen on British soil again. Second, deterrence via environment. Illegal arrival must carry a standard consequence: formal detention. This means semi-austere surroundings, such as repurposed army barracks or disused airfields. The system must ensure there is not even a hint of advantage or comfort conferred to those who bypass the rules. Third, a joined-up architecture. Right now, the system is a comedy of errors. We see cases where EU nationals, convicted of serious crimes in a safe EU country, flee to the UK and stall their extradition for years by claiming asylum. It's an absurdity that makes the UK a soft target. Furthermore, anyone who makes a knowingly false claim on a visa application should face immediate prosecution or be offered a choice: voluntary departure today or a prison cell tomorrow. Currently, neither happens with any regularity. Reforming the legal arm. Finally, we have to look at the legal framework. Home Office Legal Advisors, or HOLA, has effectively failed in its mission to facilitate the law. It needs to be disbanded or completely restructured. We need lawyers who aren't just experts in administrative procedure, but experts in enforcement, professionals with backgrounds in criminal justice who understand the necessity of taking action even in the face of litigation. The official observation. It's time for a streetwise approach to national security. If you spend all your time slavishly following rules that your adversaries ignore, you aren't being noble, you're being defeated. To secure the border and safeguard the public, the UK needs to stop managing the problem and start solving it. Stay sharp. We'll see you next time.